I thought I was designing one building. Instead, I accidentally started designing two completely different lives. Okay, there has been so many changes that I've done to the house. The biggest complaint that I got about the house from episode 3 was it was way too big. It's like there wasn't any walls. It was just like a huge warehouse feeling, and it felt isolated and cold and scary. And I want this home to feel cozy. I want people to want to be there. This is after you go down the elevator from the garage, or you can take the staircase. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, watch episode 3. And then you can go across the huge bridge, and I'm gonna have a bunch of trees here. All the trees are gonna go all the way up to the roof. I'm gonna have like a little waterfall there. I'm gonna have a garden. This is the nature area. So you come into the house, and now the first change I made is I put the office, my girlfriend's office, right here. I put it right near the entrance. And the reason for that is if she's coming home and she needs to get something done real quick, she can just go right here, get her stuff done, and then leave. Right here, I added all these pillars. I also added a wall here, and I added a wall here. This is very different from episode 3. This is what it used to look like. So let's first start with the living room. So you come down this staircase right here, and now this area I'm very happy about. Look at these huge pillars, and then we have these archways right there. And then we have the staircases. And then right here, this is gonna be the dining area. I'm gonna have the kitchen back here, and the pantry and stuff, and storage and things like that. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, wow. Wow, you look good today. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Anyways, let's give that guy some space. And then right here, you just have a little bonus room. This could be like, just like a kid hangout area. So that's not just a wall. This is the window towards the ocean. Like, look at that view. And look how much light is just shining into the house. And now let's go up the staircase. If you go down this staircase and you go around the other side, you can get to the nature area. So then you can, water the plants and stuff like that. Make sure everything is looking good. And then back here, this is the staff hallway. This is where all like the maintenance and stuff is. We have the electrical rooms, the maintenance rooms, the HVAC, all that fun jazz. Let's go over back upstairs. Because you guys are probably curious, like, what's back there? Let me show you. So you walk here, and boom. This is the biggest part of the house. This is the indoor courtyard. So this is a lot of seating around here. We have a tree in the middle, and then we have some more seating here. And then this part I'm really happy about. I added a little bridge right here where you could go over to get to the other side, and then you could play. There's a pool table right here. And this area, this little red strip, the reason I have this marked is because this is where the skylight is. You might be curious. What's down there? Under the bridge. Well, under the bridge, you have a view of the cave. Cave? Cave, you say? What cave? Why would you have a cave in your house? Let me show you. So if you walk down this hallway, this could be the art gallery wall, so I'm gonna have all the artwork and things. You walk down this hallway. Don't mind that, that's just an exit. You have the cave. Now this is going to be the coolest part of the house. So you come down all the way here, it's a big walk, and this is my office. Looking out towards the ocean view, and I'm gonna be isolated right here. And just not touching grass for years. The bedroom. The bedroom was a big change. I don't know, there's no door yet, but this is the entrance to my bedroom. The big window showing the ocean view. Gorge. This is gonna be the bathtub. Now, that's all the changes. Let's get back to modeling. Watching this back now, I can see why I was so excited. For the first time, this house actually felt warm. Every room had a purpose. It was all intentional, instead of random rooms just to fill space. I genuinely thought I was starting to understand what makes a house feel like home. Before, I was just missing some walls, but now I built a place I actually want to explore. The funny thing is, I wasn't actually making it feel more like home. I was just making it feel more complete. I have added so much more stuff to the house. It is actually wild. I'm so excited to show you guys. Okay, so all around here, and remember we have the huge bridge. It's not that big, but tiny little bridge that goes over the seating area and then to the guest suite. Okay, so right here, we have a little garden area. There's gonna be a water feature right here, maybe some waterfalls and stuff. And then you come through here and we have guest bedroom number 1 and then guest bedroom number 2. Okay, and it doesn't end there. A little table there. And this little hallway that goes over to the library. So you come over here through this hallway, and this is the big library that is overhanging the cave below. And the tough thing about making a huge library is you need so much books to actually fill the shelves. And you don't want to be that poser guy who has a bunch of bookshelves with books they've never read before. But like, I don't really read that many books. So I was thinking maybe I'll just get like a picture of books, like just a huge like shelf or like a huge slab of cardboard that's painted books on it. So it looks like it's a real book, like a real bookshelf, but it's not a real bookshelf. And you won't know until you grab the bookshelf, but nobody's gonna actually grab the books. Maybe it'll be on the higher shelves. Like those shelves you can't reach will just have books that aren't real. Now, let's go over to the office. This is my girlfriend's office. Absolutely gorgeous. The couch and little seating area in case, you know, she gets tired from work and then wants to go take a seat for a little bit. And then we have some shelves and then the beautiful window to the ocean view. And look at that. A huge window, like, oh my goodness. I want this to be my office. My office is a little bit better, but that is amazing. I quite like, and I really hope that she likes it too. So far, I am loving this house and designing it. Before, when I first started this, I'm like, I don't really like it. Like, it's okay, but like, it's like kind of boring. But now I'm like, this has potential. I see it. I see the vision. Oh, we're gonna make it come to life. We are together.
Finishing the guest suites gave me a flood of confidence. Every time I looked back at this house, it felt more and more like a place I wanted to live in. This was the moment everything clicked, and I could see clearly what this house could look like when it's done. Looking back, every single decision made perfect sense on its own. But together, they were slowly turning the project into something I never intended.
So let me show you the changes that I made this morning. I added this couch right here and a little rug, and then I added some couches over here, and then I added another rug, 2 little cute seats right there. And now the dining room, a little bit better now, because before it was just this table, and it was so empty, and it was just this huge room. And in the back here, we have the kitchen set. So I have this huge counter with all the little bar stools, and then this beautiful little kitchen. So that's pretty much all the changes I made. It wasn't too much this morning. I kind of just added some furniture to the living room, and then made the garage a little bit better. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this house is gonna go, especially when I start adding all the other little details, all the bells and whistles. It's gonna be so exciting. Like, this house is gonna look crazy. Absolutely wild.
The living room was almost done, and I could actually picture people hanging out in there. This space felt alive instead of just looking impressive. With the addition of the curved couch and big fireplace, I saw a place me and my girlfriend could go to relax and hang out together. Although, something felt kind of off. The living room had more seating, but the ceiling was so big that everything felt tiny. And the dining room improved a lot, but I had this weird open space that I had no idea how to fill. I spent so many early mornings, hours staring at Blender, thoughts filling my head before bed, on one question. How can I make this house better? I never stopped to ask if I was even building the right house in the first place.
Okay, this update's gonna be a little bit different than the last ones. As amazing as I thought this house was, I thought I made huge leaps and bounds of improvement that when I finally show it to my girlfriend again, she'd be like, wow, this is a lot better, Ethan. But no, that didn't happen. And she didn't say like, hey, this is bad, this isn't better, nothing like that. However, that cozy, homey feel that I was hoping she would get was never there. The first thing she said, actually, when she was looking at the house was, do I have to want to live here? And I'm like, no, of course not. You always just want what you want. But it's like, dang, tough. But I know that that is not an attack on me, or anyway, or my Blender build. It's because we're trying to achieve completely different goals in this area. Like, if I'm gonna try and go for massive modern architecture that's huge expansive spaces, and she's trying to go for cozy home where she can hang out with her friends and have family over, those are completely different vibes. And I tried to just make everything into this one house. I tried to make a resort into this house. I tried to make a home. I tried to make an area where you could have friends over. Everything was just mixed into one house, and it was a little bit too crazy. And then no wonder it didn't go as well. What if I took the house and I put it beside the Blender Shenanigans headquarters, like across the street? Very cozy. The ultimate cozy house. Doesn't have to be too big. Blender Shenanigans headquarters is the part where I can go all out. And the house, that's the home. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the project here. And then the next video, I can either build the house, the completely separate house, a home on the side, or I can work on detailing the Blender Shenanigans headquarters. I'm gonna work on both either way, but which one should I do first? Okay, you guys let me know in the comments. I hope you guys learned at least something in this video, and at the very least, that changing the plan dramatically, even when you think this is exactly what you want, is not a bad thing. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next video.